Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. With me as usual, Andrew Pequeno. Andrew, good weekend we had at the Engen.
Yeah, it was a good day we had at the Engen.
Oh, sorry, day. Yes.
Yeah, no. Listen, the weekend we were, as most games this weekend, the LFAs were washed out. But we had some games in the LFA, so we got a nice busy show still today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the Friday, Shamiel. I thought there was excellent football being played under the conditions. It was windy. It was cold. Some of the teams struggled to get used to playing on a grass field instead of an astroturf. But I thought the quality of the football, and like I said to you on Friday, and I'll say it to our viewers now, what impressed me was the women's football. I thought the ladies' football, the girls' football was unbelievable. It was, the games were end to end. It was exciting to watch. And yeah, listen, I think it can only make the tournament go from strength to strength.
Yeah, and obviously for those that don't know, obviously the Saturday and the Sunday was postponed because of the waterlogged fields, and we're still waiting on the date when the tournament will restart, and it will definitely take place probably very soon. So what we're going to do today is obviously going to touch on some of the results, Andrew, or not the results, maybe just the log positions. Obviously, a lot of teams have played 2 games, so there is some sort of log position there for most of the teams. So looking at the ladies group A, Hotspurs top of the log there with Spurs women's both on 4 points, and Ikamva ladies and Green Lovers in second and third spot there. So a win and a draw for Hotspurs, and for Spurs the same.
Yeah, I actually watched that. I think it was Hotspurs Spurs. That was the first game of the tournament.
Yeah,
I think the score was 2-2. Yeah, that was a brilliant game. I was actually one of the few games that I actually had time to sit and watch the whole game, and it was a brilliant game. And I mean, both teams tactically very, very well set up. And that impressed me a lot. And the quality of the football, like I said. And 2-2, you got goals.
Yeah, definitely. And then Group B, they've got RV United currently top of the log there with 4 points. Cape Town Roses, 3 points in second spot. And then Magic Ladies and UWC complete that log there. So RV United, 6 points. And Cape Town Roses, 6 points also. So both obviously getting...
They both qualified.
2 wins, yeah. And then just looking at some... I know that... there was a tough match there. I think it was the first one, Cape Town Roses, Magic Ladies. Everybody was sort of eyes on that match with Cape Town Roses winning their 1-0.
Yeah, I think in the first half, especially Magic Ladies had opportunities to score. But listen, Cape Town Roses is a good team.
Yeah. Then surprise, Salt River Blackpool spoke to Iqbal Kesker before the tournament, and he was like, you know what, we're just going for the experience, get the ladies to enjoy themselves. And guess what? After 2 games, they're top of the log in their Group C with 4 points there for them. Mighty City in second spot with 2 points. Goal Hunters in third with 2 points, and then Cape Town Swallows with 1 point there, Group C. So well done by Salt River Blackpool.
I think Iqbal was understating their ambitions for the tournament as usual. But listen, they also, I watched some of their game, and they were also very good. I think at the end of the day, they were set up very nice. Coach Shannon is obviously doing a very good job there with them. And also a young team. And listen, once it gets to the knockout stages, they could be a dark horse.
Yeah, never know what can happen there. And then Group D, Dangerous Heroes, they top of the log with 6 points. CPUT with 3 points. And then YMCA Ladies also with 3 points in third spot. And then Regersdal finishing that group there with 0 points there. I was watching actually the Regersdal game between Regersdal and Dangerous Heroes. Spoke to Coach Ashraf there. And it was all about the learning experiences. The fact that they were sort of losing, but small victories within the game. Girls getting obviously the experience, playing against an organized side. So it was, so as far as they're concerned, the result didn't really reflect what they got out of the match.
Now listen, I watched, I think, one half of their game against CPUT, I think the second half. And Regersdal got a very, very young team. And as usual with any team coached by Coach Ashraf, there's very nice structure there and the way they set up. And I think, give them another year or so, and I think that's a team to watch for going through the different divisions up into hopefully the Sasol League.
Yeah. And then CPUT also doing well there, and they got a result against Regersdal, obviously 2-1. So, that's sort of the ladies' logs there for the Engen. Looking at the boys, the manna. Yeah, there was a lot of exciting matches taking place on Friday.
I can imagine.
FC Porto, we all knew is a good side. They finishing Group A. Well, not finishing Group A. They are top of the log at the moment in Group A. Hout Bay in second, Regersdal third, and Cape Town Spurs last on that Group A log there. I think only getting one draw and 1 loss. Yeah, on Friday.
Sure.
Yeah, and then Group B, Cape Town City, obviously defending champions, top of the log there. Then Hellenic second spot, Trinis in third, and Everton in fourth spot there on that group, on that log. That's Group B. Group C, we got Ietu, and then Martis, Wanderers, and Beautiful Gate in Group C. I think obviously the host, a lot of eyes on Wanderers on Friday. And then Group D, Stellenbosch, Ubuntu, Nova Park, and FN Rangers in Group D.
Yeah, I think Stellenbosch got 6 points. Ubuntu and Hanover Park both on 3. And FN Rangers on 0. And it's going to come down to the last game between Ubuntu and Hanover Park to see who joins Stellenbosch in the knockout stages. So it's going to be a nice game.
Yeah, and then obviously when the engine does restart, it will only be 2 days.
Yes.
So each team has to play one group match, and then obviously from there onto the quarters.
Yeah. So so listen, we're looking forward to that. I think what our viewers should realize, Shamiel, is everything starts from scratch, basically.
Yeah.
So, any team who had momentum or any team who had, every team is now working on something that they've picked out from the tournament. So by the time it starts, it's going to be guns blazing.
Different also.
I think it's going to be totally different, yeah.
Okay, what have you got for us?
I've got Cape Town Tigerberg. We had quite a lot of postponements, but there was still a number of games that took place, surprisingly. We had games on Friday night. Sunningdale 1, Durbanville 2. Big result for Durbanville.
Yeah, it's a big result for Durbanville.
Getting out of the relegation zone there. Saturday, we had Hanover Park 2, Saxon Rovers 1. Good result for Hanover Park. Saxons also still in the relegation zone, but they look like they're improving a lot over the last couple of weeks. And then, log leaders, Edgemead 8, Kales River 3.
Wow.
Big result for Edgemead.
They conceded 3.
They conceded 3, yeah. But listen, at the end of the day, Coach Purdy has got his boys top of the log. They're getting the results.
Yeah.
Bellville City 3, Norway Parks 1. Teams were just hovering above the relegation zone. Big 3 points for Bellville City.
Bellville, yeah.
Then Sunday, we had some more games. Garden Village 0, Edgemead 3.
Okay.
So Edgemead picking up 6 points on the weekend, while some of their closest rivals never played a game.
Yeah.
Kells River 0, Norway Parks 2.
Okay.
Sharing the points there on the weekend, Norway Parks 0 points on Saturday, 3 points on Sunday. Kells River in deep trouble in the relegation zone. And then the game of the weekend that we've looked at last week, some guy called, I was there at the game on Sunday, and somebody told me that I didn't mention on the show, it was the Andrew Pequeno derby. I said it's got nothing to do with Andrew Pequeno, but it's just the two teams. It's Hanover Park 0, Vasco da Gama 1. Big result for Vasco at Hanover Park. Not speaking from bias, but it's tough to beat Hanover Park and Hanover Park, and especially going a team that trains on grass to go onto turf. Yeah. But it's a big result for Vasco, and obviously that has an influence on the standings, Shamiel.
Definitely.
We were hoping that all the games would take place, but it obviously hasn't. So we still have Edgemead top of the log, and I think they're running out of games, or the other teams are running out of games to catch them. The Edgemead have 11 games left. Edgemead on 57 points from 21 games. Second, Vasco da Gama on 44 from 19 games. So if they win their 2 games in hand, they'll only be 7 behind. Hanover Park on 44 from 22 games, and Weinberg 39 from 19.
Yeah.
So I know we haven't focused on the bottom, so let's just focus on the bottom.
Let's just have a look at that bottom of the log.
Kensington after 21 games, 3 points.
Yeah.
Not
looking good there.
I think with 11 games to go, they're struggling to stay up.
Yeah.
Kales River on 13 points from 19 games. Saxon Rovers on 16 points from 20 games. Garland Village on 19 from 19. And Greenpoint 20 from 20. Now, I just want to highlight to the viewers, the bottom 3 go down in Cape Town Tigerberg. So, the matches this weekend. Shamiel, I think this is the pinnacle weekend for games. And I'll tell you why. Vasco da Gama at home to Weinberg St. John's. Last chance saloon. I think if Weinberg lose, they're going to be 15 points behind Edgemead. It's going to be tough for them. Yeah, that's only 15 points if they win their games in hand. So Vasco second, need to keep the momentum. Vasco at home Saturday 3:45 against Weinberg.
That's a big game.
Other big game, Tableview versus Edgemead. Tableview have a number of games in hand, Shamiel.
Yeah.
They need to win. If Edgemead pick up the 3 points, then I think Tableview is also out the running.
Yeah.
And then in the middle to low end of the table is a big game. Saxon Rovers, Bellville City. Saxons have to start winning their home games.
Yeah, they need to get out of relegation.
They need to get out of that. Yeah. And the same can be said for Greenpoint Salesians versus Sunningdale. A big weekend for those two teams.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
And then Hanover Park away to Kells River. Kells River at home. Kells River also need the points. So I think, it's a big weekend, Shamiel, for Cape Town Tigerberg this weekend. I think that Tableview Edgemead game, Vasco Weinberg, could decide where the title's going.
So basically that top 5 there is all in action sort of with each other.
Yes,
including Hanover Park. Okay. And that's it.
That's it for Cape Town Tiger.
That's it for Cape Town Tigerberg. Then, looking out at South Peninsula LFA, they seem to be doing well. They're getting all their matches played and so on. So, Aerial Spurs beating Azuri on Sunday 8-1. So, last week you might remember we mentioned that there weren't games on Saturday. So, apparently it was knockout on Saturday.
Yes.
I heard afterwards only. So, Aerial Spurs 8, Azuri 1, Cape Town Military 2, Atletico United 0, Oasis 2, and Super Lucky Stars 7. That's a big result.
That's a big result.
Yeah, Oasis not a bad side. Rainbow Chiefs 0, Lavender Hill 7. And then Wanderers beating Square United 3-0. And King David losing out to Steenberg 2-1. And then also there were matches played last week before the Saturday. Square beating Aerial Spurs 2-1. Wanderers beating Atletico 8-0. And Steenberg United losing 6-1 to Cape Town Military. Looking at the log there, Andrew. Still top of the log, Wanderers 41 points, Lavender Hill 36 points. Top two still there. It's a bit of a, but Lavender Hill one match played less, right? So for 14 matches, and Wanderers played 15.
Sure.
And then King David, Aerial Spurs, Square Hill, and Oasis finished the top 6 there. Looking at matches taking place this weekend at South Peninsula. Playing at Parkwood, Azuru against Rainbow Chiefs.
Wow.
At Solo Street on the turf, King David United versus Aerial Spurs. Lavender Hill versus Atletico. Square Hill versus Oasis. At Wynberg, Super Lucky Stars versus Cape Town Military. And at Solo on the A field, Wanderers versus Steenberg. So that's some matches.
Big weekend there.
Yeah, definitely.
Big weekend.
And obviously Wanderers and Lavender Hill, we're watching them closely. We just need one of them to slip up. Yeah, there's going to be...
I think, as we all have been saying for a couple of weeks now, every year it boils down to those two games.
Yep.
And we're going to Mitchell's Plain. I didn't get any results from Mitchell's Plain for the past weekend. I assumed, and I was told quite a lot of the games didn't take place because of waterlogged fields. But this weekend is a double header again, Shamiel. Big weekend in Mitchell's Plain. Rockefellers versus Syringa Spurs. These games are all at 3:30 on Saturday. Beacon City versus Beacon Spurs. Again, the Beacon Derby. Ikapa Bale. Ikapa, bottom of the log, need to pick up points. Cedar Park Mowgli's. FC Tafelzucht versus Milano. That'll be a nice game.
Tough game, yeah.
Liverpool Portland's versus Bayview. I know Bayview got a young team. Liverpool Portland's flying high in the second round. Juventus Colville and Lentegeur versus Westridge.
Okay.
Then on Sunday.
That last match is a big game also.
That's a nice big game.
Yeah.
On Sunday, more big games. Every game is a big game, yeah. But Sunday, 3:30. The game will be played at, I'll tell you now, on the Westridge A field, 3:30. If you're in the Westridge area, get there. Rockefellers versus Westridge. Big game, Shamiel. Big game.
What time is that? 3:30.
3:30. Westridge A field, Sunday the 6th. If you're not having anything to do and you want to get out of the house, it's a good place to go. Beacon Spurs versus Bale. Liverpool Portland versus Syringa. Cedar Park versus Milano. Juventus versus Mowgli's. Beacon City versus Colville. Lentegeur versus FC Tafelzucht. Another tough game.
Yeah.
And Ikapa versus Bayview. So Mitchell's Plain hotting up. I think Sunday's the game, Shamiel. 3:30, Rockefellers, Westridge at Westridge A.
Do we have any idea of the logs there, Andrew? Not yet.
I do know that Liverpool Portlands were top on the second round. Westridge had won the first round.
Yeah.
But as I said, I'm still waiting for finalization, obviously with fixtures coming up and everything.
Yeah.
But next week we'll go into more depth on Mitchell's Plain.
Cool. Then we're going to jump to Cape Town Women's Regional League, Regional Development League. Okay, so this I think is the one under the Regional Women's League.
Yes.
So there's 3 streams there, A, B, and C. Sure. I'm just going to touch briefly on the logs and the fixtures. Obviously, no matches taking place last weekend.
Yeah.
Talk about Salt River. Their first time in the league. They top of the log in Stream A with 31 points. Invincible second with 25, and New Age in third with 21. Looking at some of the fixtures taking place, Salt River versus, that's this weekend. Salt River versus Dangerous Heroes, Invincible versus Benz FC, New Age versus Heideveld Football Academy, and AV United versus Hotspurs. Okay, so that's Stream A. Stream B, we've got Burnley, top of the log there, with East End and then United Brothers in the Ladies League in Stream B. And then matches there taking place this week in Stream B. Cape Town Swallows versus East End United, United Brothers versus Tramway, Burnley versus Invincible, and Wanderers versus Mighty Ladies. That's the Cape Town Women's Regional Development League. Then there's Stream C. So we've got Atlantis Saints Ladies top of the log there, Brothers FC, and then Rockefellers in third spot in that log at the moment. And those matches there, Andrew, it's about 11 matches in each stream played there, 11 to 12 matches in each stream.
Sure.
Looking at the fixtures taking place, it's Atlantis Saints Ladies versus Rockefellers, Reigate Ladies versus New Stars, United versus Rider United and Monwabizi United versus Manpower. So that's just some of the matches taking place. A lot more, obviously, there's a lot more teams in each stream, but I thought we'll just highlight that as part of our women's sort of section, seeing that we are in Women's Month. Also,
Yes,
we got
Women's Month as well. I've got to say that the emphasis, we're focusing a lot on women's football nowadays, which is great. I think that the rise in women's football, most clubs now have a ladies team or a girls team and this team. So it's brilliant. This morning, Shamiel, great result. I think we need to touch on that.
We're talking
about women. Let's talk about
it now. Yes, I think we were I was definitely watching that screen all the time. And obviously Banyana Banyana getting a 3-2 win over Italy, which was fantastic.
We sit here, we support our country, we're patriotic, but we need to also realize the achievement, Shamiel. To qualify into out of the group stages into the knockout rounds, to beat teams like Italy, to almost beat Sweden, almost beat Argentina. That's the growth and development of our ladies football, man. And a lot of them don't play in like the Champions League in Europe and those kind of things, where a lot of the Italians do and a lot of the Argentinians do and a lot of the Swedish girls do. So at the end of the day, congratulations to Banyana Banyana. We wish them all the best on Sunday. They kick off against Holland, the Netherlands at 4 o'clock. In the morning, Shamiel will be up early morning breakfast and coffee, and we'll be supporting Coach Des and the technical team. Congratulations, good luck for Sunday, all the best. And to all those naysayers out there, we were at the Engen, Shamiel, and people were talking, look at that, the result that comes through, we were 2-0 up and we gave away a 2-0 lead, but at the end of the day, take it into context. Look at how far we're progressing. Look at the quality of the opposition we're playing against. For an African team, us and Nigeria as well also qualified to the knockout stages. For 2 African teams to be represented in the World Cup and to make it to the knockout stages is unbelievable.
It's big.
And let's support our team on Sunday. Win or lose, we should be proud of them and what they've done.
They've already done well. Who you got there?
I've got something to highlight, Shamiel. This weekend in Mitchell's Plain, there's something going on there. They're doing something with the LFA.
Can I do this first?
Yeah, let's do results first before we get there. Yeah,
because I know you want to touch on that later on. So Cape District FA, not much matches taking place this past weekend. A lot of games rained out, but some matches taking place during this past week. So Greenwood losing 3-0 there to Claywood.
Sure.
That's a big, but Claywood is better this year, definitely.
Yeah.
Ocean View winning Wesley United 3-0. Grassy Park and FC Kefta 0-0 draw there. That suits Ashford well. And then Claywood and Ocean View drawing 1-1 also. So yeah, looking at the log there, Ashford at the top of the log at the moment, 26 points. They haven't played yet since last week. Salt River with 9 matches played, 20 points. Claywood in 3rd spot with 20 points. And FC Kefta finishing the top 4 there with 16 points. Playing 8 matches. Looking at fixtures this week, a lot of matches taking place at William Herbert or at Cape District, not at William Herbert, all of them. So on this Saturday, Wesley versus Claywood, FC Kefta versus Eagle Wings. Ashford log leaders are on bye this weekend. Salt River Blackpool versus Batswood. Salt River need to win their games to keep pressure on Ashford there. RC versus Southampton. Montague Spurs versus Greenwood and Grassy Park versus Ocean View.
Wow.
And then on Women's Day, Wednesday, we've got matches taking place there also at Cape District. FC Kefta versus Ashford. That will be a big one for Ashford to win. Yeah, they need to win that one. Eagle Wings versus Salt River. Claywood versus Southampton. Batswood versus Montague Spurs. RC versus Grassy Park. And Ocean View versus Greenwood. Yeah, so things are rocking and rolling there at Cape District, and we wait to see what happens. They're also tough. If Ashford do win the league, I mean, it's something. I think they haven't done that in a while at William Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last year we were talking about Kefta and Grassy Park the whole season. They were the 2 that were pulling away from everybody. Yeah. It's good to see. There's other teams now. Salt River, Blackpool in there, Ashford in there.
Yeah,
it's very competitive at Cape District.
Yeah, you got another LFA there?
No, I don't. Okay. I'm done on my side.
You're done, so I'm doing all the work today.
Yeah, you're doing all the work today. I just
Northerns.
My opinion.
Northerns. Okay, so some of the matches postponed there at Northerns.
Yeah.
Belleville United playing against United, winning 3-1 against United there. And then Riverside Rangers and Eastern Rovers drawing 1-0. Wow, that's a I think we spoke about this game last week with Riverside and Eastern. So yeah, a draw, I suppose, suits Eastern Rovers there.
Yeah.
Then Valhalla United and Bella Spurs drawing 1-0. Looking at the log there, Eastern Rovers obviously now still top of the log with 26 points. Bishop Lavers in 2nd, Valhalla in 3rd, and Blue Down Spurs in 4th. And then now Riverside in 5th spot there at the Northerns League. Looking at, and so I think that's sort of it.
Okay.
I don't seem to have matches for this weekend at Northerns. Must have forgotten that at home. But yeah, that's the matches there at or the logs for Northerns. Okay, now we can talk about what you want to talk about.
Yes, I think, I just want to highlight something. The Mitchells playing LFA this weekend, are having a wonderful initiative with their Cubs on Saturday morning at Westridge. I ask everybody who's available and wants to come out there, come and watch. The Cubs are all there. What we call in Cape Town, Tygerberg, the minis, the youngsters, the small ones, under 6, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s. I think it's up to under 11. One of the ex-referees and a member of Woodlands, he's been a member of the Woodlands since the 90s, and he's been refereeing in the LFA for the past 10 years. Mr. Amsterdam, his son, Barad, needs an urgent operation. So they're doing a fundraiser on Saturday at Westridge. All the referees that will be participating are foregoing their ref fees and donating that to the cause on Saturday. So please come out there. We as the Fourth Moment will be there on Saturday morning from 9:30 when the first game kicks off. We're going to be doing some interviews there and highlighting the cause as well. The operation is in the region of 100,000 Rand, and obviously the family is looking for support. He needs the operation, to install a pump to help his muscles to relax. So at the moment, his muscles are very tense, which obviously influence his movement. So please, also keep the family in your prayers. And also let's see what we can do to help them. If there are any corporates or sponsors out there looking for a good cause, this is an unbelievable cause. We as the Fourth Moment will be there on Saturday morning, 9:30 at Westridge when it kicks off. And thank you also to the Mitchells Plain Exco and all the referees for foregoing their match fees for Saturday. And we implore everyone else, we as a football, we are a community as well. At the end of the day, we look after each other. And sometimes it takes little things like this for us to realize how important football is. It's not just there as a community based, it's actually there as something that derives an income for hopefully this family to assist them with the operation.
So guys, if you want to, as Andrew said, contribute to the cause, you can also come and visit us at Westridge, and maybe we'll speak to our sponsors, Vecchio, to get some items with, so we can maybe give it away if you come and come give us a chat with us there at Westridge.
And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to come and talk to us. As we always say, we're just normal guys.
I think we just playing. That's where I'm going to feel most at home at. That's where I was born and raised. So,
I'm looking forward to my coffee and koosas today on Saturday.
Guys, okay, that's sort of it, Andrew.
That's it
for the show. We want to say big thanks to all our sponsors and our new partner and sponsor, GSM Roofing. They are out in 164 Wetton Road, Wetton. You can call them for all your roof requirements, and apparently they also do your solar panels and goedekes like that. So you can give the guys a call there at Wetton on 021-762-7623, or log on to their website at which is gsmroofing.co.za. We want to say thanks to the guys at GSM Roofing for backing us, for also helping us to bring out the content, and also supporting us with our streaming, which we'll do a lot more of.
Yes.
And then we can't forget also about saying thanks to Vecchio, our apparel sponsor, and also the technical sponsor of the Engen. And thanks to those guys for always supporting us. Andrew, that's it.
That's it. And I think over the next 2 weeks, Shama, we should have an idea of what's happening with the ABC League. And also with the regional third division. So we'll keep you guys updated on that.
We can talk a lot about Skinner stories on the ABC in the third division, but we'll keep that.
We'll keep that for once we know they're not Skinner anymore.
New teams in the league.
New coaches, new teams.
A lot of things happening in the silly season, in the summer season.
Silly season,
Guys, until next week, we'll see. Before we forget, don't forget to like and subscribe to YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and share the video. We need to get the videos out as much as possible. We need to try to get the numbers up so we can bring you more of this content.
Yeah.
Guys, until next week, we'll see you. Cheers.
Cheers.